Hello, this is Luis. I'm your grammar teacher here at St. Gabriel School, and today I would like to give you some useful tips about how to do this exercise from the preliminary English test, the B1. It's actually the first part, the writing section. It's the only purely grammatical part in the B1 Cambridge exam. Remember that what you need to do is fill the gaps, okay, in the second sentence so that the meaning remains exactly the same as the sentence that is provided above. You need to use between 1 and 3 words. So there is a word limit that you need to take into consideration. Another important thing is spelling. Please be careful, because if you make spelling mistakes, you will not score any points. Yes? So it's very important to pay attention to spelling as much as grammar. So, how can we complete this exercise correctly? First of all, as you can see, there are some words, that are repeated. For example, these are here. Or a visit to the dressing room, a visit to the dressing room. So obviously, what you need to complete, the words that you need to rephrase, yes, have to do with this, basically. It's very important that you identify what grammatical structure you need to use in each particular sentence. So here, I can say is included, obviously, is passive voice. So it's common, that they ask you to change from passive to active or from active to passive. In this case, obviously, this is already in the passive voice. So all you have to do is change this verb into the active voice. Always taking into account that, please remember, if this is present tense, it has to be in the present tense as well. So it's, quite easy actually. So the to includes a visit to the dressing room. Now this sentence now has exactly the same meaning as the sentence above, which is what you have to do. And we have just used a single word. Now in the second example, at a job interview, as you can see, all these again is exactly the same as here. Yes? Now, what jobs before. Obviously, ask corresponds, it's the main verb, corresponds to want to know. So now, the section that you need to rephrase is this one. So, in this particular case, I can see that this is direct speech, while here this is reported speech. So now what you have to do is change from reported to direct speech, which is another very, very, very common grammatical structure in this particular part of the exam. Yeah, so again, remember this is present perfect, so you don't need to change the tense. You don't need to change the aspects of what jobs have you done before. As you can see now, this is one word. Now we're using 3 words, which is, remember, the maximum number of words that you are allowed to use. So far so good. Yes, it's not really very difficult to do. Now number 3. My local sailing school. Remember, as always, identify, first of all, which parts are repeated. These parts, you can't forget about them. Said I, was. To join the courses. So now, you need to focus on this. This is the part that needs your attention. So another very common grammatical structure that is quite recurrent is they give you this to plus adjective, and you need to change it, to adjective plus enough. It's another very common recurrent grammatical structure. Notice how they give you the negation here, ready? So all you have to do is, if it is too young, it means it's not old enough. And here we are using just 2 words. Finally, Joe suggested taking a taxi to the hotel. Well, this is pretty simple. You can see it's a conditional clause. Yes, you can also see, because the first part is already given, that it is a type 2 conditional. We know that type 2 conditional clauses, we use past tense in the if clause and a modal in the past in the main clause. So all you have to do is just, follow the formula. If I were you, I would take a taxi to the hotel. Here it's also possible to, use a contraction. Yes? Even if you say I, it still counts as 2 words, so please take it into account. Yeah? Sometimes there will be more than one possibility in some of the sentences. For example, here you will also say, what jobs did you do before? But as you can see, it's pretty simple. So remember, first of all, you need to identify which grammatical structure you need to use. It's very useful to know which part of the sentence that they give you first you should focus on, which is the part that is not included in the second sentence. And once you know what you should be focusing on, all you have to do is just follow the rules. As you can see, it's pretty simple. I hope it's been helpful, and see you next time. Bye-bye.